Welcome to today's CrossPoint devotion. I hope you're having a great week, and I hope our devotion today can encourage you in your journey with Jesus. So today I have a question for you. Can people correctly identify you and who you belong to? Now let's think about this for just a moment. When I was in high school, there was a thing called a letterman's jacket. That meant if you played basketball, you played baseball. Our school didn't have football, but if you went to a school that had football, or if you were a cheerleader, or you were in the band, after participating in that activity for a full year, you were given what was called a letterman's jacket. It was usually in the school colors that you had at your school, but in addition it had usually the letter of your school on the chest. In my case, the arms were black and the main part of the coat was red, and then we had a big H right here on the front because I went to Holka High School, and I earned a letterman's jacket in the 9th grade for being on the high school basketball team. I was so excited to get that jacket, and everywhere I went, I would wear my letterman's jacket because I wanted them first to know I was from Holka High School, but number two, that I was on the basketball team. And that letterman's jacket helped people to know everywhere I went, I belonged to those two things, Holka High School and the basketball team. I even wore that thing sometimes in the summer, just so people would know that I was a part of the Holka High School basketball team. Well, here at Mississippi State, because we live in Starkville, most people constantly wear maroon. They wear the logo of Mississippi State on their clothing. That way you are known around Starkville, or when you leave Starkville, as being a part of the Mississippi State Bulldog Nation. That's what I'm talking about. Can people correctly identify who you belong to? Well, when we come to 1 John chapter 3, verse 10, we're going to find that Jesus is going to say, through John, who's writing this letter, he's going to say that people will know that we belong to him by the way we live and the way we love. And if you don't live the right way and you don't love the way Jesus loved, then you don't belong to Jesus. Here's what it says in 1 John chapter 3, verse 10. This is how God's children and the devil's children become obvious. That means people are going to recognize who you belong to. It then goes on to say, whoever does not do what is right, that means live the right way, is not of God, especially the ones who do not love the brothers or sisters. So the two things that are said through John, again, he's kind of speaking on behalf of the church. He says, if you don't know how to live for Jesus and you don't know how to love for Jesus, guess who you're going to be affiliated with? It's going to be obvious. You belong to the devil. But if you live the right way and you love people the way Jesus loved them, that means you're sacrificial, you love them unconditionally. If you are living and loving that way, it's obvious. Everybody knows you belong to God. Well, here's the real question that you and I need to think about today. If people watch our life today, who do they think we belong to? It may be that if the way you've lived today and the way you've loved today hasn't been a very good expression, they might be confused and they may think you belong to the devil. But if you've given your life to Jesus, then let me encourage you, please live the right way, a way of righteousness, and love the right way. Love people like Jesus, because we want them to know you obviously belong to God and you're his child. So every day that you live, be thinking about, will people know who I belong to? And will it be obvious because I'm living in righteousness and I'm loving like Jesus? Well, let that sink into your mind and your heart today, and I hope that'll encourage you. Have a great day.